Sakartvelo is a beautiful European country in the lap of the Caucasus Mountains. Now, many of you wouldn't have heard of the name Sakartvelo, but probably you would have heard of the name Georgia. Many of you following my YouTube channel would know that I live in Ireland. So with an Indian passport and Irish residence permit, I don't need a visa to enter Georgia for tourism. Since Indigo has started a direct flight between Delhi and Tbilisi from August 2023, Georgia is likely to see a massive tourism boost from India in the next few years. In the previous vlog, I talked about my first impression of Georgia, Texas camps, and the amazing hospitality of the people. In this vlog, I am going to show you Mtskheta, the old capital of Georgia before Tbilisi, and 2 UNESCO World Heritage Sites. Mtskheta is just 25 km from the old town of Tbilisi, and I booked a guided tour for exploring this. I have booked this private tour on booking.com. What's your name?
Makuna.
So he is our driver and she is the tour guide. I'm the only person who booked this one, and it's like a private tour for me now. Okay?
Yeah.
So thank you very much. The communication was really good, spot on. They were there on time. I highly recommend if you take this tour. So basically, Jvari in English means cross. So it's just like the Jesus cross, you know, the crucifixion. So here, if you come to the Jari Monastery, you can see beautiful view of the 2 rivers that confluence here. And the 2 rivers have very distinct colors. You can see the 2 rivers merger quite clearly. And what is this river called?
Jvari.
Utkwari.
Yes, this one.
Yeah.
And blue, which is to the right side, this is Aragui.
And this is like the mix here.
Mix here. They have border here. Like Jvari came from Turkey here, and then coming Georgia, and then going to Azerbaijan. And Aragui came from these mountains.
Okay.
And except these 2 rivers, we have 26,000 rivers in our country.
Wow. And the colors are so distinct.
Yeah,
You can clearly see the blue.
It's blue, and like Aragui is the fast river which we have in our country, and the most cold river. And what you can see here, this is center of the city. Our main church is this one. This is Jari Monastery complex from 6th century, one of the oldest place which we have in our country.
Okay.
And inside we have one stone which is from 4th century, the oldest one.
Generally, the Orthodox monasteries are situated on the hilltop because they wanted to protect these monasteries from the Ottoman invasions or during the invasions of the Islamic rulers. So that's why all these monasteries are situated on the top. If you have watched my video on Ohrid, then you would have seen how that monastery is situated next to the Ohrid lake on the top of a mountain so that enemies could not reach there, and of course that was not destroyed. So this is also the logic why you can see a lot of these monasteries on the top of the hill.
Our hearts beat to the city streets. We began to feel the fire. We rise like tall buildings as the chemicals they take us higher.
There are some strict dressing codes for women before entering into some Orthodox churches and monasteries.
This is red cross, like not cross, red line.
Yeah.
This is place what we cannot like go up to the line. Like this is Saint Nina's cross. When she came in our country, she has this cross with her.
Inside the Jvari Monastery, I saw a few gifts from Jerusalem. Many of these items date back to the 6th century.
We have one tradition.
Yeah.
Before we start praying, we always ring the bells 3 times.
Okay.
So this is reason why we have here the bells.
And you have 3 bells.
3 bells. Yeah.
So 3 bells, each ones.
Each one. Yeah.
After visiting the Jvari Monastery, we headed towards another UNESCO heritage site nearby. Everyone knows Zimi Zimi, right? I don't know it. हमारे जो ड्राइवर थे, इनको पहले का जो राज कपूर और मिथुन चक्रवर्ती उस टाइम का जो एरा का जो हिंदी गाने हैं, ये अपने कार में अभी भी रखे हुए हैं. तो हम लोग जब ड्राइव कर रहे थे वो गाना वो सब प्ले कर रहे थे. and now we are at Mtskheta. So Mtskheta was the old capital city of Georgia. So later in the 5th century, the capital moved to Tbilisi. This is Russian cap kind of thing.
Not Russian, it's Georgian.
Georgian. sorry.
It's really Georgian.
This is this Georgian cap.
Yeah, this is natural. We people who live in mountains, they use this one.
Yeah, I have seen this kind of caps in a lot of places.
Night it will be much better because of light.
Yeah.
Now it's like normal. Why? This is things what we have everywhere, always. Like
Okay.
she always acts like this. It's like it's your business.
Now
They're
they're looking for.
gypsies.
Yes. What is the name of this church?
Name is Svetitskhoveli,
Okay.
and this is in Monstrous Complex from 11th century.
Apparently, I have been told that this church has very strong dress codes. In the previous church, she covered her head with a scarf, and she is going to show me what's more inside. I think I'm okay to enter into this church. Hey, you have to wear in the down also. Oh wow!
I must cover.
And you have to cover the head. Okay, so this is.
Now I'm ready.
Under of this pillar we have Jesus Christ grave, God's grave, and every Orthodox people believes that if they will start praying here, everything will be okay. This is fresco, but most of frescoes they have not eyes and face because it was ruined by enemies many times.
This church is very famous because inside this church there is a tomb, and it's believed that a robe of Jesus is buried here. Basically, a guy named Elias was in Jerusalem when Jesus was crucified. So he managed to get the robe of Jesus and brought it to Georgia. So when his sister Sidonia held this robe, she died of emotions. The robe could not be taken out of her hands. So Sidonia, along with the robe, are buried here.
We have two types of priests, like a white and black, and it's not about skin color and like this. Like a white priest, they have much freedom. They can have family, wife, children, and
Okay.
black priests they cannot have family, like a wife and children, but they can become the patriarch. Like we have patriarch. Patriarch for us is like a pope for Rome,
Okay.
and our patriarch now is Elias II. He's
Elias
our
II.
Elias II.
And where does he live?
He lives in Tbilisi, in old town, and he is 94 years old, and
Okay.
he's our patriarch more than 46 years. And he's one of the most important person for us. He's not political person, but his word means everything for Georgian people.
After the church, it was time to explore the old bazaar of Mtskheta and go on some interesting wine tasting. Yeah, what is it called?
We call it Churchkhela.
Churchkhela.
Yeah. I'll take you some pictures.
Oh,
I
it's
know,
nice.
I need to, but it won't look good.
Wait, I need one more. Okay.
This one is with grapes. Like we call it Churchkhela.
Hmm.
And this one is with grapes.
Yeah.
This one with kiwi, apple,
Yeah.
This
apricot.
black grape juice, red grape juice,
Yeah.
apricot juice, pomegranate juice. This all with walnuts, this with hazelnut.
And this is Georgian Snickers for us.
This is Georgian Snickers and this is Georgian Raphael. And without coconut, this is Georgian Ferrero.
Georgian Ferreros.
Yes.
I got something called Churchkhela. I think I am 100% sure I'm not pronouncing it correctly. So at least this place they accept card, and I'm going to buy something. They call it the Georgian Snickers. Okay, I think Georgian Snickers is a better name, much easier to remember. Georgian branding.
Yes.
Georgian branding. What is it called? Do you have a name for this?
Cognac.
Cognac.
Cognac. Okay.
This is Shaja.
This
You
is
must
better.
drink like a shot.
I highly recommend you book this trip because
Budget
it's
friendly tours.
budget friendly tours and it's worth it. Worth everything.
If you want to make some video with drone,
Yeah.
come back here
Yes.
and use this way full because from to the app it's very
Good, interesting, yes. Sure. Okay, so if you are trying to buy fridge magnets, then I think this place near Mtskheta, where the old church is located, I think that's a good place to buy these fridge magnets. They cost 3 lari, but if you buy it near the Narikela, it's 5 lari. The highlight of this trip is probably the wine tasting, and Georgia is famous for wines, as you know. This is a dry. Okay.
But you know, before you start drinking, you must say toast.
Toast, and you are not drinking?
I will drink another one.
Okay.
But like when you must say Gaumar Jos.
Gomar Jos.
Gaumar Jos.
Okay. Gaumar Jos.
Yeah, Gaumar Jos. This is church.
A few moments later.
Gaumar Jos.
And most of Georgians, they always drink dry white wine because we drink very lot. Okay, Usakhelau, if we translate it, this is without name. And only in Raja we have this. This is the name of the grapes and name of the village. So we have very few in our country this, and this is the most expensive, and we never export this outside of country.
Okay.
And another we have Khantkara, which we not export to, but it's a little bit cheap. And we use 2 types of grape to make this wine.
And how much is the cost would that be, that Usakhelau?
This is price.
Huh? 450. 450 lari.
For one bottle.
100, 350, minimum 200 lari.
Okay.
And you know, this is not red, it's like a black. And give me 1 second.
Yes.
Like when we do this,
Yes.
you can see, now it will be like a legs, because it's like a black for us. It's natural, without sugar and without water.
So that's how you know that.
This is my favorite, and they are not.
They're a little bit. What is this one called?
This is liqueur.
Liqueur.
With grapes.
Okay.
We sapera with grapes.
And this is cha-cha.
This is chacha, and
Chacha.
you must drink like a shot. Just drink like a shot.
Like a sort.
Yeah, you can smell but not taste.
Like a sort.
Yeah. And wait 2 seconds. And here it's like this. Alcohol inside is 55%.
55%, okay.
We don't
This is a liqueur, but cha-cha is like the most popular sort over here. Now this is like a wine, right?
Not wine.
What is this?
Yes, it's like a
Sapera wine.
I think I probably tried at least 10 different types of wines, and also many of them are the kind of locally made. You will not find them outside of Georgia, so that's why I would highly recommend booking this trip. Of course, you can take a car, do your own private trip. You can take marshrutka, and it will be much more cheaper. But probably you will not be able to know a lot of intricate details, intricate histories, and also the local guides, they know the best places where you can find the cheap souvenirs. So thanks to the tour guide. So I booked this tour guide on booking.com. So a wine tasting is also included in that. So if you are into wine, so definitely I would recommend taking this on the booking.com platform. The day is shorter during December. So by 5 o'clock, the sunset happens. So it becomes dark at 5:30, 5:45 here in Tbilisi. So you need to take into account the daylight hours if you are visiting here. Indian song?
India.
Oh, really? Okay. You use CD. Okay. ये लोग अभी भी CD यूज कर रहे हैं, देखो. Oh no way.